Stop thinking so much, Libra. Thinking is smart, yes. Thinking can help, yes. But too much thinking can overpower you and cause you to be still. See, I was overthinking it, and I only set one card down, and I set the deck down as if I was finished. But no, I needed another card. And that's what happens when you overthink. So just jump. Michael Scott says, it is about doing, not thinking. Thinking, right, is the mind's way of doing things. The body's way of doing things is by doing. And these are going to be upside down again, and I don't want them to be upside down. But notice, I caught the mistake. At least I hope they are up right now. See, and now I'm overthinking it, and I paused, and instead of, keep going and keep shuffling, I paused. I stopped moving. So there are times for thinking, there are times of doing. Right now, it is a time of doing. Just jump. The universe is going to be there to catch you with your own fun, bouncy castle. You are Braveheart man. Queen of Swords. Yes, the Queen of Swords is very good at cutting that mind, cutting the thinking off when it doesn't, suit her anymore, when it doesn't serve her anymore. And that is how to properly use the mind. The mind is like a sword. If we keep playing around with it, it's very easy to hurt yourself. But the Queen is in control of that sword. As soon as the mind starts wandering, or the mind starts not serving her, right? When it starts that overthinking, when it's not helping her, she cuts the thoughts off. She is in control of her mind. So it seems like that is the main focus of this reading, Libra. So you ask how do we do this? Okay, well, looks like you're coming from this type of energy. 9 of Wands. Yeah, look at that. The Queen is even presenting. Yes, this is and it's okay to feel this way. It's a good thing you made it all the way up to the 9 of Wands. Right? We start at 1, we end at 10, then we move on to the next element. Especially in the Wands. Wands are all about movement. Wands are all about desire. Wands is all about, the fire within your will. The will of fire, right? Like in Naruto. The reason you are who you want to be, who you are. When that mind starts wandering and loses who you are, you cut it off. At one point you will get tired. And that is a good thing, right? Because then you demand change. Because if you didn't get tired, you would just be going and going and going. Or you would just not want things to change, right? Who would want to be uncomfortable when you're already so comfortable? Who wants to leave your bed, when it's so comfortable? That is a good thing about the 9 of Wands. It causes movement. It causes you to jump. Right? You don't want to be there anymore, so you jump. Go somewhere else. Learn something new. And it's a good thing, right? That's a good thing when you are eternal. Because if you're doing the same thing for all of eternity, that seems kind of boring. So I figured out a way to make you feel tired. Make you, uncomfortable. Make you want a change, because there are infinite of things to explore. It's not fun to just be stuck on one for all of eternity when there are so many more games to play, right? And the Queen of Swords, will cut up all these wands. Because it's tiring. She feels like they're in prison. Integration. This feels like the body and mind, the will and the mind are starting to integrate, starting to be on the same page. Yeah, this Wands guy looks like he's really mad at this Queen of Swords. I would be too if I got cut off, you know. Let's read this integration. Number 14 of the Major Arcana. The major difference between the Minor Arcana and the Major Arcana is that the Major Arcana are things that happen to us. Right? In chess game, white makes a move and then black makes a move. Right? White makes a move, black makes a move. And the same with life. We make a move, life makes a move. We make a move, and then life makes a move. So this is us making a move of being tired of the things that are happening and wanting something to change. And now life is making a move by being on the same page. It's like, yeah, that's the whole point. That's what we want. The image of integration is the unio mystica, the fusion of opposites. This is a time of communication between the previously experienced dualities of life. Rather than night opposing day, dark suppressing light, right? There's being a burden and it being a bad thing. They work together to create a unified whole. Yeah, life made it this uncomfortable so that you can make a change, move around, play something else, explore new adventure. And that is a good thing, even though this may seem like a bad thing, right? It came from a bad thing, but they work together to create a unified whole, turning endlessly one into the other. Yeah, this bad turned into good, which will eventually turn into a bad again, and then it'll make itself good. The eagle and swan are both beings of flight and majesty. The eagle is the embodiment of power and aloneness. The swan is the embodiment of space and purity, right? That seems like this. The eagle, this is aloneness, but it doesn't seem like he had power, right? There's black and the white. There's white and the black. And this kind of feels like space and purity. But she's the one holding the sword, so there's the black and the white. We are the union of eagle and swan, male and female, fire and water, life and death. The card of integration is the symbol of self-creation, new life, and mystical union, otherwise known as alchemy. Yeah, right? This is like saying when you make a move and life makes a move, that's what we call a chess game. Laziness. We were just talking about not moving, right? This guy's not moving. But the glasses are broken over here. And that will definitely cause this guy to move, to jump. Cool. Cool. He's looking forward into the Six of Wands. Nice. Look at that. All this movement went back to victory. You're Braveheart, man. Right? Jump. Okay. This is my Joker card, right? This is my Wild card. This is my... It can be any of these cards card. It's whatever you want it to be. Integration, right? What kind of game do you want to play with life? Do you want it to be like a chess game? Do you want it to be like a lazy game? Do you want it to be a game where you're cornered? Or do you want it to be a game where you're in control? Do you want a fun children's game? You know? You want a game where you can jump just for fun? It's whatever you want it to be. And whatever you make it to be, I would call that a victory because you created it. So enjoy your creation. A lot of games. Yeah, fun. Fun is missing. Life is a game. Life shouldn't be serious. When those thoughts take over, when those wands take over, life feels very serious. Instead of fun. Instead of being in power, you know. Cool. I like how these have been pretty short to the point. I've been enjoying the way I've been doing these readings lately compared to how I started. So that's kind of cool. Tower, yes. See, I stopped doing things a certain way, and I'm trying to figure out a better way to do it, a more fun way for myself, right? And just because that tower fell down, right? So much movement. This guy's tower is falling down, but it's okay. You just rise, rise from the ashes. Plop says it's just a mistake. That's what this tower is all about. Mistakes. If you're afraid of screwing up, then this tower isn't for you. And that is life talking right there. You know, life, right? Technically, we are a mistake. And that's what life is all about, is mistakes. Screwing things up and then putting them back up. Right? Doesn't sound like it, right? But pay attention to what you're doing. Like if you work out, when you're working out muscles, what you're doing is you're destroying them, and then they are like growing back together again. And when that happens, it gets stronger, right? And that's how muscles are created. You tear them apart again so that they grow back together again. So that's what life is all about. Sometimes being torn apart, sometimes being put back together. Cool. We got Pammy here. We got inner confidence, right? About jumping, inner confidence in yourself, not having to think anymore, and just trusting yourself to just do. Alright, this says, look out world, because old Pammy is getting what she wants. And don't call me Pammy. And she usually wouldn't say, don't call me Pammy. She would literally be okay with it, even though she doesn't like it. But her inner confidence is coming out. So now she defends herself and says, don't call me Pammy. Alright, like, be like the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords will defend herself. She has brave heart, man. Integrate both sides, right? Not the good and the bad. There is no such thing as something being just bad. So just jump. It's about doing, not thinking.